Welcome everybody. It is Crypto Moose and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about three tokens, three projects that you should be looking into right now. So nothing in this video is financial advice, but I want to go over these specific projects because first off, they've been around for a couple of bull cycles, and what you can do with these tokens is quite a bit. In long term, I just think they are a great place to put your money to continue to accumulate. Now, with these projects, you're not particularly going to see the greatest gains, but for risk to reward ratio, you're going to potentially get the gains if you choose to get any. Not telling you to pick up any, but these are three projects that I continue to get. And with them, you have exposure to different elements within the blockchain ecosystem. And we're going to talk about that. Okay. So these are I would say three pretty well-known projects. So comment down below, what would be your safeguard top three projects, right? So I know for some of you, it's like, it's only Bitcoin, it's only a stable coin, whatever it may be. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit in this video. We're going to have a little fun doing that. So number one, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Okay. So Bitcoin, we're going to hit it with another refresh here. In Bitcoin, it's had a good day. So up about 5% at one point, and there was rumors of the spot ETF. I'm going to be doing a video dedicated towards all of that as well. So with Bitcoin in particular, what I really want to get at is that Bitcoin is definitely the digital store of value. I believe it's already replaced gold in that regard because, well, quite frankly, it's just easier to work with, less friction. There's only 21 million ever, and it's got a lot of different capabilities beyond gold, in my opinion. Now, not to say gold's bad, but gold is like jewelry, right? You use it for products, etc. And I understand the value, it's phenomenal. But when you're talking about a scarce, desirable cryptocurrency with the name of Bitcoin, it's very difficult to beat. And, there's a lot of benefits to it, right? So Bitcoin, it is the first cryptocurrency that really worked the way it did. And right now, there's almost 93% circulating supply. Okay. So there's only like 1 more million Bitcoin to be mined. And that gets more difficult every 4 years. So if we take a look at Bitcoin, doesn't really matter when you bought it, as long as you hold on for 5-6 years, you're looking pretty bullish. And in fact, I believe we're up like 50% on the 1 year. So 47% on the 1 year. So for those of you that bought at the lows, congratulations. But quite frankly, Bitcoin is just not going away. There's a finite supply. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. And the idea is anybody can participate. And it's a permissionless system. You don't have to ask anybody to be able to send your Bitcoins, your sats. So there's 100 million sats per Bitcoin, 8 decimal points. You could send it anywhere in the world. And that's the idea of Bitcoin, right? You have a non-custodial wallet, meaning you own the private keys, and you can have it on a USB. You can have it on a small device. You can have it on a hot wallet, right? Have it on your Chrome extension if that's where you wish to store it. Okay, so Bitcoin, number one, I know it's boring, but trust me, I believe, right? We don't know. Things can happen. We don't know what's going to happen. But, what are the risks of you never getting Bitcoin and looking back saying, oh, well, now it's $1 million. It's going to be the same story. When Bitcoin goes up to, let's say 100,000, because we've never done that, everybody's going to be like, oh, I should have bought it, right? It always happens, right? You look at the chart. I remember Bitcoin was like here. This was when I was first exposed to Bitcoin. I never bought any. So really, yeah, I would say before it really went up to like 20,000, that was a lot from where it was at. So this is when I first saw it, bought a little bit here, and then just didn't know what it was. And I've been, unfortunately, even for me, I've been buying a lot at the top, kind of like mid top. I would say, yeah, around this time in 2020 when it was 18,000. That's when I was like, okay, I really understand this stuff. And now we're much higher. So you get Bitcoin at the price that you deserve in that regard. So that's Bitcoin. Comment down below. Bitcoin is just number one. Okay. So that's a little bit boring, but again, you cannot expect to make 100x with Bitcoin easily. It's possible. But I mean, look at the market cap. You would need trillions. You would need a $10 trillion market cap to 10x your money. Okay. So Bitcoin's gone. It has been at 1 trillion. I believe it will be at 10 trillion, but that won't be for several more halvings. That's just what I believe. Okay. Next is Cardano. So Cardano number 2, and I'll save the last one because I don't talk about it too much, and it may surprise some of you as well. And I'll get into the reasons. So Cardano I like a lot, and right now we have Midnight. So that's a privacy blockchain sidechain for Cardano that's coming out, and that's going to be very unique. I did a video on that, so go under the channel. You can watch this Midnight data protection based blockchain dust video. That's going to talk about my thoughts, and I did a little bit of research to help you all out. This is based on what we know thus far. Okay, so we have over 325 videos now. Check those out. And if you want to get up to speed with Cardano, I got a free mini course. So we have links everywhere on the channel right here. Hit on that link and get in there. You'll learn everything you need to know. It doesn't cost a dime. So that'll help you out as well. So Cardano, what do I like about it? Well, Cardano, for one, it's a proof of stake blockchain. So the idea of that is that it's more energy efficient. You can stake your Cardano and earn a bit of the new supply. Whereas with Bitcoin, it is a proof of work blockchain, okay? So with that, you need to mine with expensive computer hardware, and it gets harder every 4 years. So with Cardano, it does work a little bit different. So the supply is different. There's also 36 billion roughly. That's almost where we're at. So the max supply, 45 billion, and we're at 36 billion, okay? Roughly. So almost 80% of the supply is already out, and you get that by staking your Cardano. If you want to earn Cardano, all you have to do is delegate your wallet to a node. It's very simple to do, and that mechanism is quite nice. The other thing about Cardano is that it's got more potential, of course, than Bitcoin to scale. You have smart contract capabilities. It's basically an Ethereum competitor, if you will. In fact, Charles Hoskinson, he was on the Ethereum team from the beginning as well. So he's one of the ETH founders, and he left because he thought it was lacking in a couple of key areas. So I hope that makes sense. On the 1 year, we're down with Cardano. And Cardano, I like this project because it's doing well long term. So, I mean, you could have bought Cardano for 4 cents, 4 to 5 cents. I mean, you could even say 3 to 5 cents, from 2018 to 2020. That would have been a great entry point. And we're seeing the exact same thing right now. I feel like this is the bottom. We could go lower, maybe 18, 16 cents. That would be phenomenal. I would like that. If it goes any lower, I don't know. I just don't see that happening. But the fact is with Cardano, in terms of an investment standpoint, we could definitely go back to $3 within a year or two. Okay, so that's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, so we have Bitcoin, largest decentralized cryptocurrency. Cardano is also a pretty large decentralized cryptocurrency where they have smart contracts. You can buy Cardano NFTs. There's a lot going on in the DeFi space. Transaction costs are much cheaper, and the tokens are quite frankly cheaper too. It's nice to buy hundreds of tokens versus getting like 0.0045 tokens, right? So that's gonna allow for a lot more people to dive into Cardano, and it can simply scale better. And there's the privacy Midnight sidechain coming out as well, which is going to be interesting. So that's number 2. Comment down below if you agree with those 2 picks. And again, these are more for long term. When I say long term, I'm talking you buy these, you hold on for 4 to 5 years. I feel like you're going to do quite well. not financial advice. So the next one, USDC, and this is the final one we're going to talk about. Why do I like USDC? Well, this is a stable coin, right? And this is an ERC20 base token. So that's an Ethereum base token, which is really cool. So it leverages, a little bit of that on Ethereum's end for, security. And what I like about USDC is that it's been around for quite a while. So the idea of USDC is that you get a token, the digital token that's pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar, and they're backed by assets. So in this case, we have, 26 billion in USDC. And this is really cool because when you want to, for example, sell some of your tokens, but you don't want to get completely out of the market because you're going to have to pay a fee. Well, you can swap your Bitcoin for USDC or ADA for USDC, specifically specifically for trading. This is one of the better ways. So if you're using an online exchange like Coinbase, Binance, this is one way to go. And the other thing is that you can take USDC and other tokens and do yield farming. So yield farming is when you pair two assets and you provide liquidity to a pool and you earn a little bit of the trading fees. So I like the idea of stable coins, and I think they're not talked about enough. There's a lot of commotion with Tether, whether Tether's legit or not. So that's going to be, Tether's the largest stable coin, but USDC I like a little bit more. So I believe it's trusted a little bit more by institutions. So that's really about it. But these are 3 tokens that you should be familiar with if you are wanting to understand blockchain and get into crypto, because there's so much that you can do with Bitcoin, Cardano, and USDC. I just feel like you're getting good exposure. It's much less risk than buying something, for example, down here, right? You get in Axie Infinity or Sandbox, one of these gaming projects, and you just don't know what's going to happen, right? Whereas with Bitcoin, Cardano, and USDC, I feel like they are much stronger in their resilience long term. Okay, so that's really what I want to do in this video. Nothing crazy. If you guys want to follow some of my crypto picks, you can go to my wallet. That is tai.ada. So I got a couple of different assets. I'm quite bullish on Meld, Kopi, and Iagon. I like that. I maybe sold Iagon a bit too early. I had like 50,000 tokens at one point, but I got it well under a penny. So with that being said, the moose is loose, and I just want to thank you all for tuning in, and comment down below. What are your top 3 long-term safeguard, if you will, cryptos? Again, the entire market is still speculative, but I believe that these 3 projects are definitely great go-tos. So with that being said, the moose is loose. We'll see you all in the next one.